Hey, Armory Dozier, and I'm here with Scottie B over here. You can follow him on Instagram at
Underscore Hachiban.
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 Good. Just tell the people how we met and whatnot. Just a little spill.
Oh man, speech, definitely. Speechies, we're definitely speech kids. District 205, one of the best districts to ever do a speech competition. So that's definitely how we met. I went to Thornridge, she went to Thornwood. We were rival schools, but
I don't think we were sisters. Yeah.
but yeah, it was like
It's friendly
very
competition.
friendly. Yeah. Everybody on that Thornwood team was really cool, very talented.
Can you open that real quick?
Sure.
Thanks.
There you go.
All right, we're just gonna get it started right off the back. Where do you see yourself accomplishing in your career in 7 years?
In 7 years, I want to
How would you be?
I'll be. How old am I now? I'm 22 now, so in 7 years I'll be 29. I definitely see myself with a few films out, independent films, independent music projects, and I have a lot of stories that I want to get out and tell creatively through both music and film.
So by like 29, you say?
By 29,
You can get some projects out.
I want to have some projects out, but mostly I'm just looking forward to that feeling of hard work, like getting used to working hard, getting used to putting my mind to accomplishment. That's where I want to see myself in 7 years, knowing that I can go into a project knowing that it is what it's going to be when it's done, but I'm going to go in, I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to finish it.
Right.
So.
Okay. What does success mean to you?
Basically just that.
Completion,
yeah.
Okay.
How I feel about my success may vary depending on where I am in life.
Right.
But I know that it'll only be success if it gets done. You know, I might not see the impact that it's gonna have long term, or I might see it, or I might have it misconstrued or whatever. But the fact that it's gonna get done, something I'm really looking forward to.
Okay.
That's what I think of when I think of success.
Do you prefer comedy roles over dramatic roles, or?
Yes, I do.
Comedy? Yeah.
I'm a goofball, as you can see.
I don't think I've ever seen you. Have
well,
you done
never
dramatic?
Well, what?
Have you done dramatic role?
Yeah, Jimmy the Ocean. That was.
Yeah, and Stolen was from.
Stolen
so
too.
I've seen you do some dramatic. Yeah.
Stolen too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bahia Productions.
Shout out. So you say you prefer comedy roles.
Yes.
Is there a specific reason why?
All right, so I love making people laugh. Not just as of the feeling it gives me, but it's a lot of times it's a challenge. Specifically, like members of my family, I know if I can make every person in my immediate family laugh, there's no reason why I couldn't be a international comedian, something like that. So I like making people laugh. Laughter is the best medicine, and I believe in laughter.
That is true. It does have its benefits. But would you say the same reason why you like comedy roles, the same reason why you dislike dramatic roles?
No, because I also very much enjoy dramatic roles. Dramatic roles are probably my second favorite. Okay. If I'm not making you laugh, I want you to feel me in another way. And be it anger, be it determination, whatever it is, you're going to give me in this. Like, you're going to feel me, you're going to understand this, and I'm going to,
Okay.
So.
What's your dream role to play?
Woo! My dream role. All right, so definitely a hero of some kind, because superheroes, man. Love superheroes. I'm a big comic nerd. I'm a big I had the Marvel and DC encyclopedia. Like, every single superhero ever created in those two universes. I've seen them. I mean, I know everything about it, but I love heroes.
Okay.
Superheroes. So much in a hero,
Are you a Trekkie or Star Wars fan?
Star Wars all day. To this day, I still get into arguments. And I've never even seen, I've never been into Star Trek. But I'll just defend Star Wars by default. Just, oh, no, it's better.
Yeah.
I love Star Wars.
Yeah, sure. didn't really get too much into Star Trek. I like the.
And Star Trek's a great series. I think I am going to get into it one of these days.
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Me too. I'll try. Yeah. But no rush. I have Star Wars. Why do I need to rush?
Do you still get nervous?
Always. I'm nervous doing this interview.
Really?
I'm nervous right now. Yeah.
Wow. Why do you think you get nervous? Do you think that helps you or
yes
affect?
I didn't always thought I got nervous, but I do, and I think nerves are a good thing because it's nerves, your nerves.
Energy, right?
Yeah, it's your brain. It's like it's a focus. It's if you're nervous about something, then your brain by default is gonna focus more on it. So the chances that you're gonna do better at whatever it is, wouldn't is because of the nervousness. So.
Okay, so you think your nerves help you?
I think they help. They don't always, but if you choose to let them help you, that's the only thing they're gonna do. If you just say, "Oh, I'm nervous, so everything's over," that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
I'm a big
pessimist. I'm the other one. You're optimist.
I'm the optimist.
Okay, so you're the positive one.
Pessimistic
is more as the.
Yeah, and I think it has less to do with mentality, but it has less to do with personality, but mentality. Because I've met some people that I thought were extremely pessimistic, but sat down and chopped it up with them. It's just like, no, man, you've just had a hard life or you've just been through a lot.
Right.
You're actually a super optimistic person because I know if I would have been going through all that stuff, I'd have threw in the towel a while ago. So that changed like my whole, definition. That's why it's a mentality thing.
So you think you're more on the optimistic side of things?
Yes.
Okay.
I like to keep it positive. And keeping it positive means keeping it positive, so.
Do you have daily goals?
That's one thing I'm working on. Yes, I do.
Daily goals to help you accomplish, your bigger goals.
Yes. I'm trying to get better at it, though. I noticed that I do set a lot of expectations for myself, and when I don't follow through on all of those expectations, then I feel bad. So specifically, I'm trying to set more realistic daily goals that are legit, even if it's something as small as like, hey, I want to be out of the house at this time tomorrow, because I'm going there, so let me make sure I know what I'm wearing, the night before type stuff, and have it laid out. Just little stuff like that. So it's like, this is simple, this is realistic, and it's a real goal. This is going to take me somewhere, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to actually do it.
How do you think by following that daily goal is going to help you get to the bigger goal?
It works. I feel like because I've really been actually making a lot of progress in terms of my own life, I think, and I believe it is because I have been setting daily goals. I believe this interview is one of those reasons. Like, if I hadn't been keeping up with my writing, my this, my that, I don't feel like God would have allowed it to happen in my life where I would have been here having this interview, which is more motivation for me to, keep doing the things I've already been trying to do.
Okay, so the daily goals help motivate you to accomplish the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
If you could change one thing about the entertainment industry, what would it be?
I'd piss a lot of people off because I take money out of a lot of people's pockets. I feel like art is self-expression, and whether that's and if you look at the entertainment industry, that's what various types of art, be it music, fashion, dance, film, screen, any type of art, someone is trying to express themselves. Why is someone trying to express themselves? Because they felt like whoever they were and are on the inside isn't being understood, isn't or is just they for whatever reasons people need to be able to do that without a paycheck being dangled over their face.
Oh, okay. So you changed the bottom line, always having to have like a bottom line to after creating something, or what do you mean by that? Like
well, I would make it so a lot of opportunities in the entertainment industry would I would take the money out of it. So essentially, if you've got a hot record, you know, and the right person hears it, well, boom, I'll give you $1 million, you know, $5 million over this amount of time, you know, to give me so many records, you know. If it was me and I was in charge of that thing, you know, and I had all these millions of dollars to be given out to people, I'd be like, hey, that's a hot record. I like your record. I want to see more of that. So you build something, you know what I'm saying? I want you to come out with a network of artists, and I want you to, you know, don't just make it about you, make it about the community.
Right.
I think, because that's what it is. So with the money, I feel like people go to the entertainment industry for entertainment, you know, to get something back, entertainment, you know. But there's all of this money involved, you know, and that money is staying over there on the entertainment side. These people, these artists, you know, these people who are trying to express themselves and who want, you know, this entertainment for whatever reasons, you know, I want to help the community, I want to help the world, this type of thing. Well, yeah, your talent is your talent, but that talent isn't necessarily always going to be able to help the world or help people without money. So let's take some of that money out of the entertainment industry and let's give it legit back to the people in the communities.
So you would start maybe non-for-profit entertainment based industries, or you would probably make films and maybe the proceeds would go to like a charity or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, okay.
Essentially,
into the community.
And you're like the first person to verbalize it that way.
Okay.
So
okay.
That's you just gave me an idea. Yeah, and entertainment non for profit. Scottie B.
Do you get starstruck on set? Like if you saw someone.
Yes.
You think you.
Oh my God! I was just thinking about this morning. Like not even making this up. My first production that I was in at Thornridge High School was the A-Man Corner. The late great Miss Nesbitt took us to see a production of the same show that we were doing in the city of Chicago.
Right.
And man, when I saw the dude who played David, which is the role that I had, after the production was over, he had come out of the Actors and he was just walking his way out the door. Like I rushed him.
Oh really?
Like straight up, like I rushed this dude, and I like, man, like if it was me and me rushing me like that, like I would have knocked me out. I rushed this man like straight up.
Oh wow.
Like damn near jumped on him.
What did he do?
Much.
What happened?
He froze up and he was just like, yo, like this is never. And he felt really good about it afterwards. After he got over that initial shock, because I did come on very strong. But he's like, yo, like that was cool.
Oh, okay.
You know, it made him feel good. You know.
Yeah, he probably doesn't. He's a stage actor.
He was a stage actor.
He probably
one
doesn't.
Of the hardest working people ever.
Yeah.
You know,
probably
stage
don't
actors.
Get a lot of I guess you could say fan like.
Yeah. I definitely gave him a reaction that he doesn't. He probably didn't see a lot, but I was
pretty good.
It was kind of embarrassing, you know, in hindsight, which is what I was thinking about this morning. I was like, ugh. But it happened. That was the thing.
Has being an entertainer affected your life? How has it affected it both positively and negatively?
Well, positively definitely, because I feel like entertainment is its own reward, you know, which is, again, why I feel so strongly about there's so much money in the big entertainment industry. I don't feel like it's all necessary, because true entertainment, someone is truly entertained. So you're making someone feel good, and making other people feel good is its own good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not a soul on this planet that has ever existed that has made other people feel good without feeling good themselves. You know what I'm saying? And when you feel good, you're able to do better, you're able to do more things, you know, you're able to be
more to more people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like that's definitely, you know, that's helped me keep my positive mentality as being an entertainer, you know. I feed off that positivity. I need it. I crave it. It's like
This is
it's a thing. It's its own thing. Yeah. It's a food. That's what I was trying to think of.
It's a joy.
Yes. Yeah, life.
An outlet.
Negatively, it has definitely kind of made me a people pleaser to a certain degree. Because I seek that energy so
accept and you seek the
I want it. It's like, and I see it everywhere.
Right.
I'll go and I'll be in a situation with somebody and I'll just be like, all right, I just know it. Like, someone here in this room needs to laugh, like, right now, or there's probably going to be a fight, like, later. You know what I'm saying? So I might go out of my way trying to entertain or to do something or make a show instead of, like, going at a real issue. You know, because I might not feel like I'm the right person to be addressing this at this time. But it's like, you know.
So you feel like maybe sometimes the comedy is a coping mechanism for you?
Yeah. It's I don't think that's a secret anymore. That you know, it's a lot of comedians they draw off personal pain and personal experience, and that's the thing with art. It's life. That's the thing with life. Life is self-expression. And if your life hasn't been as pleasant and as easy, or, you know, then you're going to, when it comes to entertaining, you're going to draw off that. Because, as the late, great Bruce Lee said, you need emotional content. So, that's everything.
Scottie B, guys. Who was your inspiration?
Woo! Well, there's so many. So, I'll just name 3.
So who makes you get out of bed every morning? Like, I gotta.
Who makes me get out of bed?
This is why I do it.
Okay. That's interesting. Who made me get out of bed? So, and I'll say this: that person changes from time to time. I'll say, for right now, specifically, the first person that comes to mind is my mother. And I don't say that just to, I mean, there's plenty of people I could really name. There's Bruce Lee. There's Kenny Swisher. You know, these are real people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But my mother, and the reason why is because, like, I feel like I'm at a point now in my life where it's time for me to start giving back.
Right.
Like, for real. Like, a lot of the love and things that and teachings and things that I feel like I've been given, and I don't always know the best way to do that, and that's what makes me frustrated a lot throughout the day, that I feel ineffective when it comes to those things. So I know that if I do the things that I feel most confident in and I feel like most strongly about, and I make that into something worthy of praise,
right,
I can give that back.
Give it back
to my mother, back to God, you know, because ultimately that's what we're all here for, is to, you know,
give back.
Yeah.
To serve and to be served.
Basically, yeah.
So your mother inspires you. Is there a specific reason why your mother would inspire you?
Yes.
Particularly?
And also, you can, my mother actually just, she has her own YouTube channel now. Her and my sister, they got together storytelling. Okay. When I think of myself as a storyteller. And the only reason I think of that is because of my mother, who legit told me bedtime stories. I'm not even gonna lie, till I'm like 9.
I'm not that old.
I'm for real. And the fact, and she had 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? And and really she had like hundreds of kids, if you think about it. She had 5 kids by my father. But my mother also was in charge of the junior church at our church, our local at our church that we went to growing up. She was in charge of the youth services at Dalton Public Library. She was in charge of my school, which was also my not in charge of my school, but my church's school, which is the school that I attended from K through 12. K through 8. She would come in, and the school would, you know, seek her out to come in, and, you know, and it would be the story time, you know, and she would read stories, and she would tell stories and everything like that. And my mother, you know, and she would do the voices and everything. That's why it's like I do voices now, you know, things like everything I get from my mother.
Okay, that's great. That's nice. You want to shout out her YouTube channel?
The Raventhug. If you don't know how to spell it, figure it out, because I'm still learning myself. It means storyteller in French. It's called Raventhug. R-A-Kentus. That's a shout out. Yeah, it's on YouTube. And it's great for single mothers or any mothers, really, if you have kids. Yeah, just bedtime stories, anything.
How often do they post?
I'm not sure. It's fairly new.
Okay,
I
fairly
think
new.
they try to drop. I think like a few every month, a few stories every month. So what it is, it's literally just like it's a storybook. The one I just watched, I mean, the one that my friend with her young children just watched was John Henry. So it's a classic black folk tale, and it's just the book. John Henry and my mother is like just reading the story, and she does the different voices, and it's entertaining. Yeah,
it's cool. Sounds cool. You have to check that out.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Should definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. If you could work with anyone, who would it be?
When it comes to film, the two first names that jump to mind are Denzel Washington and Keanu Reeves. I feel like
two very different actors.
Very different, but those two I feel like have mastered their craft completely in their own respect. Wherever you see Keanu Reeves is, you know, if you just look at, I just looked at like the John Wick, you know, and the behind the scenes footage of that on YouTube, like the training that he did, you know, and then the mentality. And then I also looked at someone on Joe Rogan's channel who was talking about Keanu in that particular way, and saying that he has such a very different approach, you know, a very unique approach when it comes to his
style of acting.
Yeah. And he's Keanu Reeves, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is one of the GOATs.
Right. Does he use any method or?
Yes, very much.
He uses method.
If you ever look at if you just type in John Wick, the John Wick training, and then you literally see Keanu like going through like a firing course.
Okay.
Yeah, and this dude is really like like moving like when the zombie apocalypse happens, like I'm on his team.
Okay.
I'm looking for this man.
He's very physical, like he's
yeah. And I know and I know, you know, and just from in mentality too. Denzel same way. He's a master of the craft. And the same thing, you know, it's certain types of things where you see on screen and you know this is a movie, but you're like, that's real. Like I know you're acting, but that's real. Yeah. Like Denzel.
Your heart's
like,
beating with them.
Yeah, like I don't care. Like I'm never gonna get into argument with Denzel. I don't care what he did because he's gonna knock me out. I don't care if he's 70 years old. He's right. You know this man is. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Boom. On it.
Crazy. Keanu Reeves and Denzel.
Yeah, I'd love to work with those two.
Any like a film or specifically anything in particular?
An independent film. I would make an independent film with both of them, and it would be about the Juman. I think I'm saying that correctly. It's one of the first groups of people, melanated people. They were black, African, that discovered or went to the island now known as Japan, and they basically started up there. I think it's called the Juman. I may be wrong. You may need to fact check me on that. Okay. But I would make an independent film.
You're teaching me something. I don't think I heard of the samurais and whatnot, how they were.
The first samurai was reportedly black. Yeah. Could be true. Could not be. You know, that doesn't matter. Dude, that's a story. There's stories there. Yeah. When I look at storytelling, you know, it's you know, you have to tell the truth. If the truth is uncertain, that's the truth. This is uncertain. You know what I'm saying? So we can speculate, and we have that creativity, and we have that freedom. So we can take that story of those real people, what they did, you know, and
build from there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's nice. You would do an action film with them.
I would definitely do an action film, but it would be very philosophical because I feel like anything with Keanu has like multiple layers.
Are you a disciplined person? If yes,
working on it.
How has being disciplined affected you? And if no, how has that affected you?
I've had a lot of discipline in my life. Just situations where, you know, I have to do this. You know, you've got to. There's no other choice. I don't feel like that's true discipline, however, if you're forced to do it. Right. Now, I do consider myself very disciplined to a certain degree, because a lot of those situations where I was forced to do certain things that I didn't want to, I didn't like to, I was still able to do them very well.
Right.
And that takes focus. So right now I'm trying to understand the meaning of true discipline, so that whatever I put myself into, I can do as well as, you know, some of those other things that I maybe didn't want to do.
Right.
You know, like just to give you a concrete example, let's say keeping my room clean.
Right.
You know, growing up, that was the biggest thing. You know, my dad, you know, make your bed in your room.
Oh, you gotta make your
everything.
bed?
You know, everything.
As long as the floor is clean.
And I remember I'd be like, look, I'm a very, you know, I'm in the bed a lot during the day, not because I'm lazy. I write in the bed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not gonna. It's gonna get messed up anyway.
Right.
You know, but it was a lot different when, you know, when I got my own crib last year, and then it's like,
you gotta clean your own.
You don't, you don't have to. You don't have to. So
right.
there's literally moments where it's just like, all right, I'm just gonna literally throw all the dirty clothes over there. You know,
Right.
okay. But then after a few weeks, you get tired of that little spot.
Yeah.
So now you're like, all right, now let me get a hamper. So now I'm gonna throw all the dirty clothes in the hamper.
Right.
And then it's like, you know,
Then you gotta wash them and fold them.
You know what I'm
eventually.
saying? It's
Right.
it's there. You know, it's
Discipline is just getting them done when they need to get done, and then procrastination, you just gonna have to do it. It's gonna have to get done eventually. You're just putting it off, the inevitable. Right. So you say you're still in the procrastination stage, or?
Well, yeah, not all across the board. Just like I don't consider myself disciplined all across the board, but right now is where I want to find where I can be the most. I just want to be the most effective with my life. Efficient, efficient with my life. So if there's some place where I see I need more discipline there, boom. But then I notice there's some things that I do a lot, that I do all the time every day.
Without
like,
having to.
Like writing, right? I'm very disciplined when it comes to writing because I write every day. But I can be, it's weird because I can almost procrastinate with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. Like I'm talking specifically about writing. If I know I'm writing every day, and I know there's something I want to write about, so there's an issue going on in my family. I don't know how to address it. I want to write a story about it to maybe creatively address this issue, you know. But if I spend all my times, you know, writing songs that are about something else,
Trapping on the block,
getting that bread, you know,
with a 40 on you.
I know how to get bread.
Your waist.
You know what I'm saying? I could do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
What are you trying to do with your life? You know?
Right.
You want to work on issues with your family? You want to get the bread? I'll give money all day, every day.
Right.
Okay, great. So you don't need to rap about that all day, every day.
Right.
What are you really trying to do?
Yeah. Rap about what really matters, basically.
Yeah.
So you just saying having the discipline to focus in on a certain
Yeah, because you want to. You're gonna do what feels good.
Right.
You're gonna do what's easy. You know, by default.
Anybody can do that. But,
right. But choice. What do you choose to do? You know, what do you choose? Like you got to go after the hard stuff. The best things in life. They're right. They're not always easy though. You know, so sometimes you gotta go against the grain, even with yourself.
Right.
You know, so that's where I'm at, trying to learn. You know,
learning to bite the bullet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you there. What are your favorite songs currently?
Currently.
And why are they like on your replay?
Currently, Currency is my favorite rapper.
Okay.
For those of you all who do not know Currency, and you're supposed to be a hip hop fan, where's the?
It's in there.
There we go.
They got you.
Currency, all right. The reason why Currency is one of the most mellow, chill, relaxed. Like his music speaks for itself. If you don't know, you're out of the loop. But Currency's music speaks for itself. Currency as an artist speaks for himself.
He's not a new artist, I know.
He's not, man. That guy made the Freshman 10 before Wiz, a year before Wiz. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Currency is very driven, and I feel like I want to move in a pattern similar to what he did.
Any song that stands out particularly?
This and That.
From him?
This and That,
okay.
yeah. From Fire in the Clouds mixtape. I think it's an album now or something.
Okay.
I saw it on Tidal, but I saw it earlier back when it was on Dat Piff or Spinrilla, I think.
What's the song about?
The song is kind of about what we just talked about, like priorities. So the song goes like, I got diamonds in that one. I got diamonds in that one. But I ain't got no diamonds on that one, but I got diamonds on this one. Got a house for the fam, a condo for the killers. I be sleeping in that one. I be wilding in this one. Ain't got no diamonds on that one, but I got diamonds on this one.
I have to listen to it now.
Yes, and it's really about, and it's kind of like how we just talked about. He's got certain designations for certain things in his life, and ain't got no rims on that one, but I got rims on this one, because you got to be flexible with life, you know?
So you like it because it's kind of painting a picture of where you are right now, getting your priorities.
And I get that a lot with Currency, which is why he's my favorite rapper, you know?
It's because he talks about what's real relevant.
He
surface type.
Okay, so Currency is an artist, I feel like, and not to make this about Currency and everything, but I feel like he's a rapper who just raps about life and his life,
right?
You know, and his life is his life, but life is life itself. So if I'm a person that wants to be about peace, love, positivity in life, then by studying Currency, listening to his music, studying how he moves, I can see that it's just like, you know, it's just basic things,
right?
You know, and I can do that too, and mine will be different, and mine will be completely unique because it'll be my own.
Right. Okay, I like that. Okay, so Currency, and what's the name of the song again?
This and That. This and That.
Do you have a movie that you watch that refocuses you back onto your path? That you watch this like, okay, I'm down in the dumps. Let me get my mind right.
There are no movies. Well, no movie. The first thing that came to mind was Avatar: The Last Airbender, not Legend of Korra. Not knocking it. Okay, yes, I'm knocking Legend of Korra, but Avatar: The Last Airbender. Specifically because it impacted me, and not just me, it impacted lots of people so heavily, you know, because of its relatability. You know, it was such a unique project. That's in my opinion, that's one of the greatest screen projects of all time. Like if I had to make a top 10 of like all time anything, that would probably be like number 4 or 5.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it definitely refocuses me because it's through, the story is told through a lens that, you know, I feel like someone with a creative mind, or kids, or anyone with a creative mind, can really like identify to. And, you know, this is talking about people who are bending fire, water, earth, you know, things like that, magical type things, but everything in that show is very real and very grounded and comes from a very real place. Even this book I was reading at the library explained that the various styles of bending are even taken from real martial arts. You know what I'm saying? Airbending is, I think, a mixture of Bao Guazhang, which is like a form of Tai Chi, mixed with something else, you know, and all about, you know, redirection. Same thing for water style, like crane style, kung fu. You know, it's real, and it's really deep stuff. So you're watching this kid show, essentially, but you're thinking about, you know, bills and evictions and, you know, things like that. But, you know, and you're just thinking about your life and how none of your moves are working out. But if you look at certain aspects of the show, you get a lesson of flexibility.
Right.
You know, if you could watch one episode, and that one whole episode is just about being flexible and thinking outside the box. You know, example, Aang's episode when he was when he met Boomy again for the second time. You know, that whole episode was about, you know, being a creative thinker, thinking outside the box. You know. So that can really help people out, like adults, you know what I'm saying, who go through real life stuff. Just be a creative thinker. Think outside the box sometimes.
Okay.
That's great.
So that changes when you watch that. It makes you think, okay, my situation at the moment might not be the best, but after watching this movie, I just need to change the way I see things. Because when you change your perspective, what you see changes.
Perspective is everything. Yeah.
Favorite food?
Pizza. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Pizza.
What's your favorite topping?
All right. So I'm vegetarian. This is year 2 of me being a vegetarian. Vegan pizza is just as delicious.
It's great.
Vegan pizza is just as delicious.
It's delicious.
In case anybody does, forget it. They'll understand one day for themselves. But my favorite topping on pizza is spinach.
So you get like a cheese pizza with spinach? Or
Hold on. I did have this one pizza though where they didn't use spinach. They had like I think it was like basil.
Basil.
Where they had
basil. Okay.
I watched The Great Mouse Detective probably like 50 times growing up.
All right, they had basil and spinach.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, basil and spinach. Yes.
Yeah.
I love those things.
Basil and spinach. They don't put anything else on there, like no tomatoes, nothing.
Well, I mean,
you get it from a place, or you make it.
I go out and find,
Oh, okay, you have to.
But
give me some vegan pizza.
Oh yeah.
Favorite time of day: morning, evening, or night?
Early morning / late night. Some of my favorite times are like, it could be, anywhere from 4 in the morning to 7 in the morning.
Right. Okay.
I don't know what it is about brain activity during those
peaceful.
times.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very quiet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just a different type of brain energy, I think. And I think that's because your brain knows that it's like sleep, chill out time for like everyone in the world, Your
circadian rhythm.
That was a very interesting word. I'm going to Google it later.
Right.
Yes.
You like it because it's calming.
Yeah.
In the morning. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Who's your favorite film director and why?
Okay. It's a few people. Well, one, I'd say this was probably like my first pick as this is my favorite film director. Was Peter Jackson.
I'm not too familiar.
Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Very.
I don't know why I didn't say that first. The Percy Jackson
fantasy.
series was had a lot to be desired of. But yes, he was and because nobody did fantasy like Peter Jackson until Peter Jackson came along. And fantasy is my favorite genre.
Right.
That's my personal favorite genre.
Okay.
And it's like, and yeah, I'm one of those people that's always gonna, talk about how fantasy is always getting snubbed and nobody, thinks about fantasy movies like they will a drama or even a comedy or even a romantic comedy. Like, people will put romantic comedies over most fantasy films by default. After Peter Jackson came along, he's like, no. Lord of the Rings was like a drama, a thriller.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good movie.
Everything.
Which one did he do? The 2000.
He did both.
He did all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Hobbit series was his. Yeah. He did both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Favorite time of the year: spring, summer, fall, winter?
I'm a fall winter person.
Fall, winter. Okay.
Yeah. I'm definitely a fall winter person. I'm a Libra. September 26th, Libra gang. So.
Is that around October too?
Yeah. Libra is
Libra.
September to October 22nd or something like that. September 22nd to October 22nd.
So you like just because your birthday's around that time, or you like the scenery?
It's kind of the scenery, definitely big on the scenery, but also if you like, it's kind of the same as why I like early mornings. I like stillness. In the earth and in my environment and in the atmosphere. In the fall and the winter, depending on where you are and what you're doing, it might not be too much going on, just because of the weather. So you have a lot of it's different, I don't really in the summertime I don't really think of myself and winter.
Yeah. So that's usually things are usually dying around that time, like people
or hibernating.
Yeah.
So
the bees go underground, the trees start to lose their leaves, stuff like that. So you it's more like a sleeping point, I think.
Rest and recuperation, regeneration, and self-development.
Yeah, meditation.
Yeah, I'm big on that stuff.
Okay.
So I feel like that's why I like that time of the year, because it's like, everything's kind of coming in, not with the purpose of staying closed in, but it's the
studying.
I'll be back,
right? And
I'm gonna be back better.
I like that. The rise of the phoenix.
Huzzah!
Do you want to be known in movies, television, or theater in particular? Out of those three.
Out of the three, I have film.
Film.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm at the point where recognition is meaning less and less to me. It's more so get it done.
Right.
But if I can only get done. If only one of those things, I'd want it to be film.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's longevity, man. Yeah.
Do you have any hidden talents that we don't know about? What?
They wouldn't be hidden if I told you.
Oh, you have to show the people. You have to let them know something.
You'll see it.
Give them something.
I'll say this. My hidden talents will be presented in ways where you have to piece them together. So I might be doing 10 different things
Okay, he's a master of what's it called in you know, when they do it in Star Wars.
What, the Jedi mind trick?
That's what you're good at, because you can really
Probably.
That's his hidden talent. But where can I find you at on Instagram again?
_Hachiban.
_Hachiban. We're coming out with
that's number 8 in Japanese, in case anybody doesn't know.
Okay, we're gonna be coming out with a single real soon.
Very soon.
Scottie B. So check it out. You can find me on YouTube at Armory Dozier, Instagram Armory Dozier _ Twitter Armory Dozier _ and Snapchat you can find me at Raventhug, Facebook Armory Dozier _. So check it out. Posting videos every Wednesday. So it's been fun talking to you.
This was so cool.
It's cool.
I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, it's cool.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.